Good afternoon, Mr. Goldman, and thank you so much for considering me as a potential candidate on your staff with Riptide Music Group. Throughout the past few years, I've seen a great deal of academic success, turmoil, and a promising start to my professional career. And in that, I've learned a great deal about myself. And two of the most important things that I've learned being my two greatest passions and two of my greatest skills and how they correlate with those passions. And I feel that if you hear me out and if you hear both of those things, you would find me to be a very promising candidate for your staff. High school is a very formative time where one can find a great deal about themselves. And in this time, I found that my two greatest passions were music and people. I'd always loved people, and I tend to see the best in them. And I've been blessed with several different leadership positions throughout my life. And one thing that I learned pretty early on was that it's very important to learn from people, whether it be people you look up to or people who you've seen make horrible mistakes. My second passion in this time was music. And I'd always loved music, but it was in this time that I really fell in love with writing, composing, and producing music. And in this time, I found myself diving headfirst into the local music scene of my hometown, Knoxville, as well as its sister city, Nashville, which, as you can imagine, is a great deal more prevalent. And in that time, I found several different artists who I just kind of fell in love with. And I had been dreaming for years at this point to play on the same stage as them someday, and to get onto these stages and to sort of make my dreams come true. And while I did make this happen, it wasn't because I could play guitar like Eddie Van Halen or because I could sing like Frank Ocean. It was through learning a very valuable skill, the first of the two skills that I mentioned earlier, and that is networking. Whether it was flagging down bands after shows or sending them an Instagram direct message, I found that there's few things more important in the music industry than having a network of people who you can rely on as friends and as colleagues. In this time, I took countless guys out to lunch, whether they be producers, promoters, whoever, and that took me a very long way. The second of these skills is perceptiveness. And as I continued to fall in love with these Nashville artists, I saw that they were just skyrocketing when I'd seen them playing in tiny dive bars, and I found them years before they even got big. And something that I saw was that people weren't falling in love with them just because of their incredible content, but also because of their unique brand and the total package. The unique brand, the constant live content, everything. First day of music business class, we learned about a thing called venture capitalism, which is finding talent, which is basically finding talent, investing in it, and bringing it to its full potential. And that fully panders to these two skills that I've heavily emphasized throughout this presentation. And it's also the heart and soul of music publishing. It is the groundwork, the foundation of your company. In conclusion, my passion for music and people has shown me the value in a simple 3-minute song, taking someone out to coffee, or just listening and watching a little bit closer to people whom you appreciate. If I was brought onto the staff of Riptide Music Group, I would hope to find incredible talent, meet incredible people, bring that talent to its fullest potential, and treat people with kindness first and foremost. Thank you so much.